When completing a push-up for the physical fitness assessment, you must first start in the up position. Your hips should not arch or sag, but be in a straight line, as demonstrated. Your hands should be roughly shoulder width apart and your feet together no more than 12 inches apart. When lowering yourself down, your arms should bend and form at least a 90-degree angle with the ground. Additionally, your head should not sag, but be slightly elevated, looking roughly 45 degrees out in front of you. Cadet King will now demonstrate the proper push-up form and position. Next, the front leaning rest is very similar to the push-up. It will be performed in the up position for a push-up. Your feet should be together, back straight, and your arms roughly shoulder width apart. Your back should not bow or sag. Additionally, your head should not sag, but like the push-up, be slightly elevated, looking roughly 45 degrees in front of you. Cadet King will also perform this exercise. The next exercise is the plank. A plank is performed by having your arms braced on the ground at a 90-degree angle. Your feet should be together and your back straight. You may hold your hands together or have them facing straight ahead. Your back should not bow or sag. Additionally, your head should not sag but be slightly elevated, looking 45 degrees out in front of you. When completing a sit-up, the spotter should place their knees on the cadet's feet and hold them by their feet and not by their ankles. When performing a sit-up, start by having your legs bent at a 90-degree angle and your body flat on the ground. Your hands should be crossed and rest on your collarbone or on your shoulders. Your hands may not grab your shirt or come off your body in any way. Lift up your upper torso until your elbows touch your mid-thigh or knee. For extra challenge, consider having your elbows go past your knee or until your chest touches your legs. To complete the sit-up, lower your upper body until your shoulder blades return to the ground. The next exercise is a squat. Start with your feet roughly shoulder width apart or a little wider for comfort. Place your arms on your shoulder or hold them in front of you for added stability. Your feet should be facing straight ahead or roughly 10 to 12 degrees out. When performing a squat, you throw your hips back so that the weight is in your heels. Keep your back straight and as upright as possible. Your legs should bend at a 90-degree angle without pivoting your hips. Your knees should not cave inward. This will cause stress on your knees. Additionally, if your knees are out in front of your feet when looking down, you are putting your weight more on your toes instead of on your heels. Your back should be as close to vertical with the ground as possible, not hunched over or horizontal. The next exercise is the squat hold. This is performed exactly like the squat, except you will hold it at the bottom of the squat at a 90-degree angle for an allotted amount of time. The final exercise is the 6-inch hold. The 6-inch hold is performed by laying face up on the ground. Your hands should be placed under your hips. Your legs should come off the ground at exactly 6 inches. Make sure to keep your core tight throughout this exercise. If possible, slightly raise your upper body off the ground for added challenge. Your head should never rest on the ground.